Year zero. Um, Jimmy Stewart is talking to an invisible bunny on the screen when my mother goes into labor. She's in labor for a good long while. My father is so nervous he loses the keys to the car. At least that's my imagined memory of the event. I think we can take all this as autofiction, in that I am taking half memories, and gonna lay them down here. So yes, Jimmy Stewart is talking to an imaginary bunny when my mother goes into labor. My father loses the keys, and I guess finally finds them and gets me to the Kelowna General Hospital, where my mother is in labor for a good while, and I am born on December the 7th, early in the morning. Or maybe early in the morning, maybe 9 o'clock. It's all mixing of things. Uh, my my mother is an immigrant from London with uh, upper class Cockney parents. She is one of many daughters, 4 or 5. I can't remember. Some of them who didn't make it. I have that vague impression of. Um, some of whom I haven't thought of in years, to be honest. Yeah, yeah. And she becomes a nurse. Talks about how the older nurses were real battle axes and really really mean to her. Um, she she emigrates to Canada, to Vancouver, uh, where she meets my father, who is Scottish, but was sent to boarding school when he was a kid, where his Scottish accent was drilled out of him. Uh, Received a lot of corporal punishment, or at least that's what he tells me with relish. Um, and he's an accountant who studied music for a while, but ended up being an accountant. He he himself was born with a limp, which I think steadily gets worse as he gets older, and the alcoholism takes root. Uh, Glasses, very kind of repressed guy, a lot of rage seeming to simmer underneath, but that'll come later as well. Uh, he emigrates to Canada as well, uh, and gets a job working at a carpet factory as an accountant in Kelowna, which is where I am born. I guess he meets my mother down at the coast, and they come up there together. I don't really know the details of um, my parents' romance, or how they got together. Um, Fairly estranged from them, from my mother, who is still alive, and so I don't really know the story. They come to Kelowna, and yeah, I am born. I'm still. They are newly enough emigrated that I end up being on my mother's English UK passport, which gives me a strange dual citizenship of a sort, where I can get an EU passport later in life. Um, so that is year zero. It is apparently very, very cold because it's December when I'm born. It is like negative, it's like one of the colder winters on record. It's like negative 21 or something like that. Uh, I, you see, now these are the stories. For the longest time, I thought my brother was the premature baby, that he was the one who had to spend a bunch of time in an incubator uh, at the start of his life. But maybe it was me. It's one of those fuzzy details. You, it's one of those things you wonder. It's like, well, did that shape my introverted, insular personality, uh, my quietness, my unease with touch, except from the very closest people in my lives. Uh, is that all come? Is that all come from the incubator, or was it well before that? Was that genetics, or is that just the luck of the draw on how things were thing put out, or is it I had Scottish and English parents who are also not really touchy. Um, I think there is a picture of me getting breastfed on the couch very, very early, probably early home from the hospital. So, yeah, that is year zero of me. Um, this this rather odd, probably partially fictionalized version of my life. Uh, I'll see you in another 5 years if I can.